Let's see what the supporters sent me. Hopefully it's something good to react to. Okay. A clip of this guy. All right. Interesting. Let's see what he has to say. Mind you, if anyone isn't aware, even before I played a clip, I went on his podcast probably maybe 3.5 months ago. It was in October or November. I think it was in October. So it was like 4 months ago. Went on a podcast and I was cooking, man. Cooked them all. They still got a whole lot of episodes that they didn't even release that I was on, that they never put out. But I hope they do put them out. Put out all the episodes, man. Put them all out. They're sitting on at least maybe 5 more, 35 to 40 minute episodes that I was on. And I don't think they put them out yet. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this clip.
Oh, sis, if a man got a problem with you keeping your options open,
let's see.
Date them all, sis. If a man got a problem with you keeping your options open, tell that man to close them. If that man don't want you mingling with other people, tell him to not have you out here single. If this man actually wants you for himself, tell him to put his last name on it. Until a man do that, date them all, sis. Your problem is you've been dating one man at a time.
So anyone that knows this guy, his, mindset and his ideologies is backwards. When I was on his podcast, it's a lot of low-level thinking and low IQ behavior. He didn't even know what the word egalitarianism meant. I had to actually, tell him how to pronounce the word egalitarianism and then also tell him what it meant. And he was like, whatever, I think things should be equal, like partnership. What's the word? I'm like, yeah, egalitarianism. I'm like, do you even, so you know of the word, you may have know of some of the meaning of the word a little bit, but do you even know where it came from? Do you even know where the word derived from? The meaning of it, who actually influenced this? He doesn't even know, which is crazy. But, anyways, let's break down a few things of what he said. So he's pretty much stating here that go ahead and date them all, sis. Date them all. If that man isn't wifing you up, if that man wants your time, until that man fully commits to you, date them all. That's his advice. The reason why that's his advice is because his ideology is he thinks men and women are equal. He thinks that they are equal, and he thinks that's what's best for men and women. So he's living in a complete delusion and a lie, a false reality, because men and women aren't equal. We live two different realities as well, especially when it comes to dating and relationships. For a man to go out there and date them all, okay, that kind of makes some sense in a way. But there's consequences when a woman dates like a man, which he doesn't understand. Men, go out there, shoot your shot, see which one lands. That's normally how it is, because men approach women and women advertise themselves. So men have to make, plenty approaches to get a woman. That's just going to be the thing. Men have to date many women usually to see which one is going to be a good wife for him or a good long-term relationship for him. Because he gives the relationship. Men hold the key to relationships and commitment and to marriage. Women hold the key to sex, and women grant access to sex. So why are you dating them all? Why would you want a woman to adopt the same dating strategy of a man that would only lead her astray? Especially if you knew anything about biology, and women are more emotional. So you would put a woman in multiple situations to date like a man, where she's more likely, the probability would increase for guys to raise her up, right? And put her in a state where then they can get sex from her. Get what I'm saying? So if you're looking at it from a probability standpoint and not a possibility standpoint, the probability would increase for the woman to have a higher body count if she's dating them all, sis, like he said. So pretty much he's promoting women to be whores. This is the type of guy that, some people follow, which doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. He thinks like a woman, and I met him in person fairly. I even said it to him on a podcast, like, yeah, bro, you a simp. That's what simps do. You're pandering to women. So everything that I'm saying on his stream, I've already said it to him on a podcast to his face. Hopefully he'll release those episodes. But yeah, let's keep playing this just a little bit more.
Now it takes you 7, 8, 9 months to figure out this man is trying to waste your time. Stop wasting your own time.
Got it. So then he says, well, one of his reasons for, giving advice for women to date them all is because, well, you don't want men to waste your time. So you need to date them all to figure out which one are time wasters. That's exactly how men date, right? So the thing is why this is nonsensical is because if you had discernment, which he's not teaching women. He's not teaching women how to make good judgment. He's only teaching this the opposite, just to date them all, to date like a man. But if you actually taught women how to make good judgment, it would be much differently. Also, I truly believe that when a woman is dating, she needs some type of father figure or her actual father or a brother, a male that doesn't have ulterior motives to have sex with her, to actually help out in the dating process and the long-term relationship process as well, to see who's going to be your best mate. But this guy here, he thinks that, no, you're going to waste your time. Don't waste your time by dating one. Date all of them. Okay. And this is how women end up for the streets. Let's see what else he says that's dumb.
By just giving one man a chance at a time. What you need to say is, until we get serious, I'm mysterious. Men?
Yeah, he's literally telling women to be whores. Until we get serious, I'm mysterious. Yeah, until we get serious, translation, you're for everyone. Until we get serious, think about this. Like, why would a man want to get with a woman until we serious, girl? She's for everybody. So the only way that you're not for everybody, I would have to be in a relationship with you. So that's like, and one that's given an ultimatum. And one, what that does is that pedestalizes the woman, that makes the woman in charge. One, the other thing that it does is it decreases the value of the man granting the relationship or commitment or a marriage. It decreases that value, because if it's up to the woman on if it's serious, then is your ring really valuable? No, it's not really valuable if it's up to the other person. The value lies with the man. So the man should operate and say, hey, until you get on my program and follow suit of what I'm doing over here, you're not worthy of the relationship. But his is backwards. He wants women to have all of that relationship power, which is very nonsensical, is because we know when women have any power in a relationship or they're leading the relationship, they tend to look down on a man and they tend to not really respect that man, and resentment grows, and then a divorce happens or she breaks up with him. Because women, they have this innate feeling, an innate urge, not even an urge, an innate reaction for a masculine man, a man to lead them, a man to give instruction and to guide them. They yearn for masculinity. Well, how can a man be masculine if she dictates how the relationship goes? She dictates when she's actually going to be in a relationship. No, the man holds, just like we not trying to dictate anything with the woman. It's very backwards here. We know that women hold the key to sex. We're not trying to dictate anything. We play the role properly as men. The good ones out there, that's not the grapers and stuff, put those exceptions to the rule aside. The men that's actually courting women, we know that, all right, we have to court her, be a good man. First, we got to have ourselves together before we are really out there even dating. But we want to come and present our best selves. When we do that, we're showing a woman a good experience, and Some men hope for maybe we'll get that key of sex. Other men is just playing it smooth. The smooth guys, we ain't even really worried about it. It's like, we're not expecting that at all. We just taking her out on a date, showing her a good experience. But at the end of the day, we're not trying to dictate sex. It's not like, I'm not going to take you out on any date or pay for your meal until you give me sex. That's what it sounds like reverse, because he's telling women, I'm not going to do all of these things that you want me to do, like stop posting thirst traps, stop going on dates with guys. I'm going to continue to do that until you give me a relationship. That's stupid. The woman has to work for the relationship, just like the man has to work for sex. What the freak is he talking about? This guy. But if you ever met this guy in person, you would see why he believes these things. Let's play a little bit more.
We'll try to convince you that dating multiple men before you get in a relationship is being a... No, that's being a prize. Prizes are to be won. What prize is given to the only person running a race? A participation trophy. So my question is, are you a prize or a participation trophy?
Okay, so right here, he's trying to put in the woman's mind that they are the prize. Well, you're the prize. So, the man has to get on your program because you're the prize. So don't stop behaving how you were behaving. Continue to be the same girl until he gets on one knee and marries you. Until he actually commits to you and give you a serious relationship, don't change any of your behavior. That's very, 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 very dumb. That's the dumbest advice that you can ever give to a woman, because it just doesn't work like that, especially when you're dealing with a man that most women want, right? The men that actually has options, the masculine men, the men that has a backbone. So when you're dealing with a man like that, no, baby girl. And those are the men that most women want. No, you actually have to acquiesce your behaviors and get on his program. If not, you're not getting no relationship at all. It just doesn't work. This type of advice that he's given leads women astray. So let's break it down real quick. He told women to date them all, sis. So this is void of having any discernment. Go ahead and date them all and figure it out instead of having discernment. So how can a woman have some discernment without a father figure or a brother or a man around? Well, one of them is to discern, to have good judgment. You want to do this. So here's the advice that I would give to a woman. Well, if you want to see if you're making the right choice in a man, first, you must be the best version of yourself, because all human beings tend to project and we tend to accept what we are. So if you haven't overcame any traumas, if you have a whole lot of tattoos and you're neurotic and very emotional and you don't know how to control your temper and you're, you smoke and you drink and you cuss, you do these degenerate behaviors, you're going to be more likely to accept the things that you have in you with someone else. I repeat, if you are a degenerate, you are more likely to accept a degenerate because we project. It's natural for human beings to project. So if you want to have discernment, meaning to make better judgment, good judgment, you need to be the best version of yourself. You need to get rid of your vices. Stop cussing. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. Be a good human being. Try to be as pure as possible. Have a sense of morality within you. Then when you meet a man and you're a moral person and you're on a straight line, it'll be very clear when someone is not on that straight line. It's going to stand out. Drinker, smoker, cussing, the guy is doing some nefarious actions. He's giving off used car salesman's vibes, or he's just, portraying himself like someone that he's not. Well, that's going to be much easier to pick up and to see straight through him like glass if you are the best version yourself. This is how you have discernment. This is how you make good judgment. I would still recommend that a woman still has some, a father around, or her brother, or someone that doesn't have any ulterior motives to have sex with her, to give her some advice when choosing a man. But yeah, so this guy's a dork. Plain and simple. Bad advice. And mind you, homie is a millionaire, makes millions of dollars off of just confusing and lying to women all the time, which is crazy. Totally crazy. And a bunch of these black women follow him, thinking that, oh, they'll look at Cooley like, you're a misogynist. You hate these women. You're this, you're that. Come on, you're listening to a man that's leading you astray, that's leading you to be a whore. That's the person that you're listening to, a person that thinks that you, woman, are actually equal to a man, a person that wants you, woman, to adopt the ideologies and motives of a man. This is the type of person you're listening to, man. This is crazy. I'm happy whoever sent me this clip. This was a good first clip. A good first clip. Now we're going to get into some more stuff. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.